Let's start by understanding why an emergency fund is so important. Life is full of surprises, some good, some not so much. Whether it's a sudden medical bill, car repair, or job loss, having a financial cushion can make all the difference. An emergency fund gives you peace of mind and helps you avoid going into debt when the unexpected happens. Think of it as your personal safety net, ready to catch you when life throws a curveball. In this video, we'll walk through practical steps to build your own emergency fund, no matter your income or current savings. Let's get started on your journey to financial security. An emergency fund is a stash of money set aside specifically for unexpected expenses. It's not for planned purchases or vacations, but for real emergencies. Think medical bills, urgent home repairs, or sudden unemployment. The goal is to have quick access to cash when you need it most, without having to rely on credit cards or loans. By keeping this money separate from your regular spending account, you're less likely to dip into it for non-emergencies. Let's look at how much you should aim to save and where to keep your emergency fund for easy access. A common rule of thumb is to save 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in your emergency fund. This amount can cover essentials like rent, groceries, utilities, and transportation if you lose your job or face a major setback. Start by calculating your monthly expenses, then multiply by 3 or 6 to set your target. If that number feels overwhelming, don't worry. Saving even a small amount is better than nothing. The key is to start somewhere and build up over time. Next, let's talk about where to keep your emergency savings for maximum safety and accessibility. Your emergency fund should be easy to access, but not so easy that you're tempted to spend it. A high-yield savings account is a great option. It keeps your money safe, earns a bit of interest, and can be accessed quickly when needed. Avoid tying up your emergency fund in investments or accounts with withdrawal penalties. The goal is liquidity and security. Make sure your fund is separate from your everyday checking account to reduce temptation. Now that you know where to keep your savings, let's explore how to start building your fund step by step. Setting a realistic savings goal is crucial for success. Don't feel pressured to save thousands overnight. Instead, break your target into smaller, manageable milestones. For example, aim for your first $500, then $1,000, and so on. Celebrate each milestone to stay motivated. Remember, every dollar you save brings you closer to financial security. By focusing on achievable steps, you'll avoid feeling overwhelmed and keep your momentum going. Next, let's look at how to make saving automatic so you don't have to think about it. One of the easiest ways to build your emergency fund is to automate your savings. Set up a recurring transfer from your checking account to your emergency fund each payday. Even a small, consistent amount adds up over time. Automation takes the guesswork out of saving and helps you stick to your plan without having to remember each month. Many banks and apps allow you to schedule these transfers, making the process seamless. Next, we'll discuss how to find extra money in your budget to boost your savings even faster. To save more effectively, take a close look at your current spending habits. Review your bank statements and track where your money goes each month. Identify non-essential expenses like dining out, subscriptions, or impulse buys that you can reduce or eliminate. Redirecting even a small portion of these savings into your emergency fund can make a big difference over time. Being mindful of your spending not only helps you save, but also builds better financial habits for the future. Next, let's explore some creative ways to increase your savings. Cutting back on unnecessary expenses is a powerful way to free up money for your emergency fund. Start by listing all your monthly expenses and identifying areas where you can make cuts. Maybe it's canceling unused subscriptions, cooking at home more often, or finding cheaper alternatives for everyday items. Every dollar you save can be redirected into your emergency fund. Remember, these changes don't have to be permanent just until you reach your savings goal. Next, let's talk about how to boost your income to accelerate your progress. Increasing your income, even temporarily, can help you reach your emergency fund goal faster. Consider taking on a side gig, freelancing, or selling items you no longer need. Every extra dollar earned can go straight into your savings. Look for opportunities that fit your schedule and skills, whether it's tutoring, pet sitting, or delivering food. Remember, the goal is to build your emergency fund as quickly as possible, so any additional income can make a big difference. Next, let's discuss how to handle windfalls and unexpected cash. Whenever you receive unexpected money like a tax refund, bonus, or gift, consider putting a portion or all of it into your emergency fund. Windfalls are a great way to give your savings a quick boost without impacting your regular budget. While it's tempting to spend extra cash, prioritizing your emergency fund can provide long-term peace of mind. By making this a habit, you'll reach your savings goal much faster. Next, let's talk about tracking your progress and staying motivated along the way. Regularly tracking your progress keeps you motivated and helps you stay on course. Set up a simple spreadsheet or use a budgeting app to monitor your emergency fund growth. Celebrate each milestone, no matter how small. Seeing your savings increase over time can be incredibly rewarding and encourages you to keep going. If you fall behind, don't get discouraged. Just adjust your plan and keep moving forward. Next, let's discuss how to avoid common pitfalls that can derail your savings efforts. Building an emergency fund isn't always smooth sailing. Common pitfalls include dipping into your fund for non-emergencies, setting unrealistic goals, or neglecting to replenish your savings after an emergency. To avoid these, clearly define what counts as an emergency and stick to your plan. If you do need to use your fund, make a plan to rebuild it as soon as possible. Staying disciplined and focused will help you achieve lasting financial security. Next, let's look at how to involve your family in the savings process. Saving for an emergency fund is easier when everyone in your household is on board. Talk openly with your family about the importance of having a financial safety net. Set shared goals and discuss ways to cut expenses or increase income together. When everyone contributes, even small amounts add up quickly. Involving your family also helps build a culture of financial responsibility and teamwork. Next, let's discuss how to adjust your saving strategy as your life changes. Your emergency fund needs may change as your life evolves. Major events like getting married, having a child, or changing jobs can impact your expenses and savings goals. Review your emergency fund regularly and adjust your target as needed. If your expenses increase, aim to boost your fund accordingly. Staying flexible ensures your emergency fund always matches your current needs. Next, let's talk about what to do once you've reached your savings goal. Congratulations! Once you've reached your emergency fund goal, it's time to maintain it. Keep your fund topped up by replacing any money you use for emergencies. Avoid the temptation to spend it on non-essentials. With your emergency fund in place, you can focus on other financial goals, like investing or saving for a big purchase. Maintaining your fund ensures you're always prepared for the unexpected. Next, let's discuss the difference between an emergency fund and other types of savings. It's important to keep your emergency fund separate from other savings, like vacation or retirement funds. Each type of savings has a specific purpose. Your emergency fund is for true emergencies only, while other accounts can be used for planned expenses or long-term goals. Mixing them can lead to confusion and make it harder to track your progress. By keeping your emergency fund distinct, you'll always know exactly how much you have set aside for life surprises. Next, let's talk about how to avoid using your fund for non-emergencies. It can be tempting to dip into your emergency fund for non-urgent expenses, but this defeats its purpose. Before using your fund, ask yourself if the expense is truly unexpected and necessary. If not, find another way to cover the cost. Staying disciplined ensures your emergency fund is available when you really need it. Next, let's discuss how to rebuild your fund after an emergency. If you need to use your emergency fund, don't panic. That's what it's there for. After the emergency passes, make a plan to rebuild your fund as soon as possible. Resume your automatic transfers and look for ways to temporarily boost your savings, like cutting expenses or increasing income. The faster you replenish your fund, the better prepared you'll be for future surprises. Next, let's talk about how to stay motivated during the rebuilding process. Staying motivated can be tough, especially if you face setbacks. Remind yourself of the peace of mind and security your emergency fund provides. Set small, achievable goals and reward yourself for reaching them. Share your progress with supportive friends or family members who can help keep you accountable. Remember, building an emergency fund is a journey, not a sprint. Next, let's look at how to make saving a lifelong habit. The most successful savers treat saving as a regular habit, not a one-time event. Incorporate saving into your monthly routine, just like paying bills. Over time, it becomes second nature. Consistency is key. Small, regular contributions add up to big results. By making saving automatic and routine, you'll ensure your emergency fund stays healthy for years to come. Next, let's discuss how to handle multiple financial goals at once. You may have several financial goals, like paying off debt, saving for retirement, or planning a vacation. It's important to prioritize your emergency fund, but you don't have to ignore other goals completely. Allocate a portion of your income to each goal based on your priorities and timeline. By balancing your goals, you can make steady progress on all fronts without feeling deprived. Next, let's talk about using technology to simplify your savings journey. Technology can make saving for an emergency fund easier than ever. Use budgeting apps to track your spending, set savings goals, and automate transfers. Some apps even round up your purchases and deposit the difference into your savings account. Take advantage of online banking features to monitor your progress and adjust your plan as needed. Embracing technology streamlines the process and keeps you on track. Next, let's discuss how to handle setbacks without losing momentum. Setbacks are a normal part of any savings journey. Unexpected expenses or changes in income can slow your progress. The key is not to get discouraged. Review your plan, make adjustments, and keep moving forward. Remember, even small contributions help. Stay focused on your long-term goal and don't let temporary setbacks derail your progress. Next, let's talk about the psychological benefits of having an emergency fund. One of the biggest benefits of an emergency fund is peace of mind. Knowing you have money set aside for life surprises reduces stress and anxiety. You'll feel more confident making decisions, knowing you have a financial cushion to fall back on. This sense of security can improve your overall well-being and help you focus on other areas of your life. Next, let's discuss how an emergency fund can help you avoid debt. Without an emergency fund, unexpected expenses often lead to debt. Credit cards and loans can quickly become expensive, with high interest rates and fees. By having a dedicated emergency fund, you can cover surprises without borrowing money. This helps you stay financially healthy and avoid the stress of debt. Next, let's talk about how to keep your emergency fund safe from fraud or theft. Security is crucial when it comes to your emergency fund. Choose a reputable bank or credit union with strong security measures. Use strong passwords and enable two-factor authentication for online accounts. Regularly monitor your account for any suspicious activity. Keeping your fund safe ensures it's there when you need it most. Next, let's discuss how to teach kids about emergency funds and financial responsibility. It's never too early to teach kids about the importance of saving for emergencies. Explain the concept in simple terms and encourage them to set aside a portion of their allowance or gift money. Use a clear jar or savings account so they can see their money grow. Teaching kids these habits early sets them up for a lifetime of financial responsibility. Next, let's talk about how to stay flexible and adapt your savings plan as needed. Life is unpredictable, so it's important to stay flexible with your savings plan. If your income changes or you face new expenses, adjust your contributions as needed. The key is to keep moving forward, even if progress is slower than you'd like. Flexibility ensures you can maintain your emergency fund no matter what life throws your way. Next, let's discuss how to use your emergency fund wisely when the time comes. Knowing when to use your emergency fund is just as important as saving it. Only tap into your fund for true emergencies, unexpected events that require immediate attention, like medical bills, urgent repairs, or job loss. Avoid using it for planned expenses or wants. By reserving your fund for real emergencies, you'll ensure it's available when you need it most. Next, let's talk about how to quickly replenish your fund after use. After using your emergency fund, make it a priority to replenish it as soon as possible. Resume automatic transfers and look for ways to temporarily increase your savings rate. Consider cutting back on non-essentials or taking on extra work until your fund is restored. The faster you rebuild, the better prepared you'll be for future emergencies. Next, let's discuss how to set up a backup plan for added security. In addition to your emergency fund, it's wise to have a backup plan. This could include access to a line of credit, supportive family members, or insurance policies. While your emergency fund should be your first line of defense, having backups provides extra peace of mind. Review your options and make sure you have a plan in place for worst-case scenarios. Next, let's talk about reviewing your emergency fund annually. Make it a habit to review your emergency fund at least once a year. Check if your savings goal still matches your current expenses and adjust as needed. Life changes, like a new job or family member, may require you to increase your fund. An annual review ensures your emergency fund remains effective and up to date. Next, let's discuss the importance of keeping your fund separate from investments. It's tempting to invest your emergency fund for higher returns, but this can put your money at risk. Investments can lose value or be hard to access quickly. Keep your emergency fund in a safe, liquid account, like a savings account or money market fund. This ensures you can access your money when you need it without worrying about market fluctuations. Next, let's talk about how to avoid lifestyle inflation as your income grows. As your income increases, it's easy to let your spending rise too. This is known as lifestyle inflation. To avoid it, commit to increasing your emergency fund contributions whenever you get a raise or bonus. By saving more as you earn more, you'll strengthen your financial safety net and avoid unnecessary spending. Next, let's discuss how to set up visual reminders to keep your savings goal top of mind. Visual reminders can help you stay focused on your emergency fund goal. Create a chart or use an app to track your progress and display it somewhere you'll see it often. Watching your savings grow can be motivating and keep you on track. Visual cues serve as constant reminders of why you're saving and encourage you to keep going. Next, let's talk about celebrating your achievements along the way. Don't forget to celebrate your progress. Every milestone you reach, whether it's your first $100 or your full emergency fund goal, is a big achievement. Reward yourself in small, meaningful ways that don't derail your savings. Celebrating keeps you motivated and makes the journey more enjoyable. Next, let's discuss how to stay accountable to your savings plan. Accountability can make a big difference in reaching your savings goals. Share your progress with a trusted friend or family member, or join an online community focused on saving. Regular check-ins help you stay on track and provide encouragement when you need it. Accountability partners can also offer helpful tips and celebrate your successes with you. Next, let's talk about how to avoid comparing your progress to others. Everyone's financial situation is different, so avoid comparing your emergency fund progress to others. Focus on your own goals and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Comparison can lead to frustration and discouragement. Remember, the important thing is that you're making progress toward your own financial security. Next, let's discuss how to keep learning about personal finance. Personal finance is a lifelong journey. Keep learning about saving, budgeting, and investing to improve your financial skills. Read books, listen to podcasts, or take online courses to stay informed. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to handle financial challenges and grow your emergency fund. Next, let's talk about the importance of reviewing your financial goals regularly. Regularly reviewing your financial goals helps you stay focused and make adjustments as needed. Life changes, and so do your priorities. Set aside time every few months to check your progress and update your goals. This ensures your emergency fund and other savings plans always align with your current needs. Next, let's discuss how to inspire others to start their own emergency fund journey. Sharing your emergency fund journey can inspire friends and family to start their own. Talk about the benefits you've experienced and offer tips for getting started. By encouraging others, you help build a community of financially secure individuals. Together, you can celebrate successes and support each other through challenges. Next, let's talk about the long-term impact of having an emergency fund. Having an emergency fund doesn't just help in the short term, it has lasting benefits. You'll be better prepared for life's surprises, avoid debt, and enjoy greater financial freedom. Over time, this security allows you to take more risks, pursue new opportunities, and focus on your long-term goals. An emergency fund is a foundation for a healthy financial future. Next, let's summarize the key steps to building your fund. Let's recap the key steps to building an emergency fund. Set a realistic savings goal, automate your contributions, cut unnecessary expenses, boost your income, and keep your funds separate from other savings. Track your progress, stay motivated, and adjust your plan as needed. Remember, every dollar saved brings you closer to financial security. Next, let's look at some final tips for success. Here are a few final tips. Start small, be consistent, and don't get discouraged by setbacks. Celebrate your progress and stay focused on your long-term goal. Remember, building an emergency fund is one of the best things you can do for your financial well-being. With patience and persistence, you'll create a safety net that protects you and your loved ones. Now, let's wrap up with a final thought. Building an emergency fund is a journey that pays off in peace of mind and financial security. No matter where you start, every step you take brings you closer to your goal. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Stay committed, keep learning, and celebrate your achievements along the way. With a solid emergency fund, you'll be ready to handle whatever life throws your way. Thanks for watching, and here's to your financial success.